What are instincts? This video from the Headless Professor tries to distinguish a textbook definition from instincts from the way that the term is commonly used or misused. Let's begin by talking about what instincts are not. They're not current moods like love, hate, fear, anger, aggression. They're not intuitions, in other words, the gut feelings or snap judgments that we have, although the term is frequently used in that way. Instincts are not drives, such as hunger, thirst, sex, or aggression. Instincts are not aptitudes. Aptitudes are unlearned abilities. Let's look at some dictionary definitions. Some come pretty close to the right understanding. An innate, typically fixed pattern of behavior in animals in response to certain stimuli. An inborn pattern of activity or tendency to action common to a given biological species. But notice that many of the other definitions listed come close to the things that we've already cautioned you against. Here's Merriam-Webster. Once again, these definitions are a little bit vague and broad, but remember, many of these dictionaries, including Merriam-Webster, try to offer the more common definitions of a word, the way that it is usually used, not the way that it should be used. The first definition given by the Oxford Dictionary is actually quite good. Now for the official definition of your textbook. An instinct is a behavior that meets the following criteria. A behavior that is inherited, in other words, not the result of any specific learning. Complex, not a simple reflex. Species-wide, in other words, not limited to certain individuals. And rigidly patterned, in other words, not flexible according to the specific needs of the situation at hand. Let's look at an example. Nest building in birds. This is a behavior. It's inherited. Birds don't go to nest building school. It is certainly complex and species-wide. And it is rigidly patterned, not flexible to the demands of a particular locale. Let's look at a swallow's nest, made out of mud. During periods of drought, the swallows don't change their nest-building behavior because it's rigidly patterned. They simply cannot adopt the nests that are built by other birds. That's not what has been genetically programmed into the swallows. Most human behaviors don't qualify as instincts because they do not meet one or more of the 4 criteria that we have advanced. Now, humans have many inherited reflexes, but these are not complex behaviors. Humans also have many motives, such as hunger. But eating is a specific behavior to satisfy the needs of that motive. Eating behavior is not species-wide or rigidly patterned, but it varies greatly by culture. Survival may be a motive, but human survival behaviors are what people do in order to survive, and that is highly flexible depending upon the demands of the situation. Sex is a motive, but human sexual behavior is not rigidly patterned, as it is in most other species. Perhaps this is because human sexual behavior is also influenced by other motives, social motives, self-actualization, and ethics. So remember the textbook definition of an instinct, a behavior that is inherited, complex, species-wide, and rigidly patterned.